Hello and welcome to Hip Hub Seated Yoga. This morning we are going to be going through a full yoga experience using a chair. My name is Heather and I'm more than happy to guide you through this experience. A couple things I want to go over before we begin, however. First of all, if you're brand new to yoga or brand new to exercise, I want you to be very mindful of your movements today. If you feel anything painful, anything that feels out of the ordinary, please come out of the pose. I want you to do your best today, and if that means not doing a certain pose, that's what it means. It would be wise to have clearance from your physician to exercise, and I just want to put that out there because I want you to all be safe as you exercise. This is going to be a no impact and low heart rate exercise, but that doesn't mean you can't hurt yourself. So please use caution. Some of the tools that we'll be using today are yoga blocks, and if you don't have yoga blocks, you might find that you have a nice thick volume of something that you can use on the floor to support yourself just as well. Also, we're going to be using straps to help us with different stretches. If you don't have a yoga strap, grab a belt or just a long cord of some sort, and you can use that to exercise with. So if you need to grab your tools, of course you need your chair. If you need to grab your tools, hit pause, go grab your tools, and then meet me back here. Now I have my chair on a yoga mat, and the reason for that is it really aids with stability of your chair. If your chair might, slide around a little bit, you might want to think about a mat or something that's really going to give you a stable chair. You'll notice that my chair has a back to it. This is just your basic kitchen chair. You want a nice sturdy chair with a back to it, so nothing you're going to sink into. I wouldn't recommend doing this on your couch, for instance. Alrighty, so those are just a couple of the things I wanted to start you with. If you've eaten a large meal within the last half hour, you might want to wait and do this in another hour or so. Also, you do want to stay hydrated. I'm coming to you from South Carolina. It's hot and humid out here today. I've got my water right next to me. What I don't encourage is long gulps of water, but rather small sips to stay hydrated and yet not fill your belly up with so much water that it's uncomfortable for you. Some of the poses that we're going to be doing are called inverted poses. And when we invert, that means we bring our head down below our heart. Now for some people that may cause dizziness, it may cause your blood pressure to go a little bit lower than you'd like it to, and make you uncomfortable or even to the point of passing out. So if you're on any medications that may be lowering your heart rate, I would advise you to keep your head up above your heart even when we're inverting. You stay up so that you don't get dizzy. All right, with those precautions in mind, welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me today. This is Memorial Day weekend. And as I said, I'm Heather coming to you from South Carolina, just outside of Myrtle Beach, actually. So sit in your chair, and what I want you to think about is feet flat, hands resting lightly on your thighs, and belly pulled in just enough to support you around your waist. Shoulders are relaxed, and I want you to close your eyes, unless that makes you dizzy, and I want you to envision yourself planted on the chair. So that means that you're actually growing roots out of your bottom, and you are planted well, like a tree planted in the earth. Your buns are not going to be coming off of the seat for this period of time. Also, I want you to ground your feet into the mat. So I want you to be aware of your flat feet and think think about 4 corners, like 2 corners be on the sides of your heels and maybe underneath your big toe and your baby toe. And I want you to ground your feet into your mat or your flooring. So you're really feeling the flooring and you're aware of it. Yoga is about breath, it's about movement, and it's about combining breath and movement into one exercise. Hence the word yoga, which means union. Also, I want you to bring your awareness, your full awareness of your body into this exercise as well. So grounded, rooted, and grounded, sit up tall, relax the shoulders, and just breathe. Now, as you inhale, belly is going to come forward. As you exhale, belly's going to come in. Sometimes this feels backwards to our normal breathing of the day, right? So you really have to let go of the belly and then exhale and pull the belly in. We're actually allowing the diaphragm lots of room to expand as we inhale, and then we're helping push that air out as we exhale. Go ahead and put your hand on your belly and just notice the lifting and lowering, or the protrusion and coming back in of your belly. Beautiful. With each breath, I want you to become more aware of each part of your body, starting with your head and your skull. Kind of check in and see how your head is feeling today. Do a little scan from ear over the top to other ear. Do a scan in your mind's eye. Notice if there's any areas there that might need a little extra attention today. You can release your hand and just lay that lightly onto your thigh. Keep the breath moving as we continue the scan down the neck region. Focus in on your neck, the back of your neck from the bottom of your skull to just above shoulder level. Just check in with that area in your mind's eye. Do you feel any pain? Do you feel any tightness? Breathe in, exhale, and see if you can release some of that. Beautiful. Moving down to your shoulders. Go ahead and just give a little shoulder roll. Another one. And then let the shoulders relax. And again, check in with the shoulders. Did those rolls bring a little relief or a little pain? Be mindful and know, so that as we're practicing, you can focus in on those areas. Focus in on your chest. Go ahead and inhale and press your chest out proud. Exhale and release it. Notice all of the joints through the clavicle and through your ribs. Focus in on the musculature around that area. Is anything sore or achy? Breathe life into it as you open and exhale out pain and toxins. Beautiful. Move down into the belly region in your mind's eye. Focus in on your belly. Internally, what's going on there? Is there pain? Is there bloating? Is there something that you just feel like you need to rid yourself? Inhale. Direct your breath down to that area. Exhale and release. How about your low back? Do you need to focus in on the musculature or the joints around your low back? Now, right now, you can see our body is doing a little bit of a rocking motion as we're focusing in on all of the different areas from our shoulders down to our low back. We're rounding and opening the spine. Exhale. Inhale. Remember, you're are grounded and your tail is rooted. Beautiful. Focus in on the area of your hips. As you move upward and as you bend and tuck the tail slightly, notice the feeling all through the pelvic region and in the hip joints. Beautiful. Now, as we're going through this, you'll notice that my rocking has turned into a more direct grounding and lengthening. Open up, inhale, tuck the tail. That means lift the pelvis as you come down, lift through the pelvis, as well as lowering the ribs to the hip bones. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, breathe out, and then we're going to still this part of our body. So the rocking ceases, inhale, and exhale. Now we're going to lift up the heels from the mat, so you're up on your toes. Exhale and put the heels down. Beautiful. Now we're going to start from the floor up, being mindful. How do your feet feel today? You'll notice I have bare feet. Maybe it feels better for you with shoes on. You got to make sure this is your workout. You have to protect yourself where you need to protect yourself. So we're just lifting and lowering, waking up the ankles, releasing the heels from the ground, and then re-grounding them. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Now hold the heels down. We're going to take a lift from the hip, and we're going to grab underneath the thigh and just roll the ankle around. Notice that the spine is still beautifully long and you're lifting through the crown of your head. Now take the circles the opposite direction. Beautiful. Breath is moving. Circles are becoming bigger. Make sure it's only coming from your ankle. Make sure the knee's not deciding to join in. Excellent. Go ahead and lower that leg down. We're going to lift the other leg just slightly off the floor. It doesn't have to be a big lift. And roll the ankle. Beautiful. Are you long through the spine? Did you feel yourself collapse a little bit when you lifted up that leg? Go ahead and straighten it out. Feel the beautiful length. It feels good. It gives you lots of room to breathe, right? Reverse the ankle. Excellent. Knee is quiet right now. Right when I said that, my knee wanted to wake up. Beautiful. Lower that leg down. Now again, we're going to lift the other side. Now we're going to let the knee come to life. So you're just extending and releasing. Extending and releasing. Check in with those knees. How do they feel today? Does their range of motion need to be a little smaller? Can you eke out a little more range of motion? You know your body better than I know your body. So you do you. We're actually moving through the joints, and that actually helps our joints with mobility, because what we're doing is we're encouraging the synovial fluid to move around in our joints and give us a little bit more joint mobility. Beautiful. One more. Excellent. Put that leg down. Other side. Lift up. Extend. And pull it in. So again, the leg isn't up high. It's just high enough up that your toes not scraping on the floor as you extend from the knee. Spine is long. Breath is moving. Beautiful. Just a couple more. Excellent. Go ahead and put that leg down. Arms come to the side. Relax the shoulders. Belly is strong right now. It's firm, supporting you. Now we're going to inhale and bring those arms overhead, palms come together, and then down to your heart with an exhale. Beautiful. Release. Inhale up. Palms together. Exhale down. Excellent. Release. Inhale up. Palms together. Exhale down. One more time. Breathing in. Palms together. Exhale down. Beautiful. Arms come to the sides. Roll the shoulders. And let your shoulders relax. As a matter of fact, you might even want to think about pressing them down a little bit further as we take the head over to one side. Spine is still long, making lots of room in between each little joint in your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, gently bring the head to center and to the other side, ear towards the shoulder. Now remember, it's not shoulder towards the ear, it's ear towards the shoulder. We want a beautiful opening here. We don't want to close up this region. Inhale, exhale, and head comes center. Now we're going to be bringing our chin down towards our chest. If you have vertigo, please be mindful of that and don't bring the head down as far. Inhale, head lifts up, gaze center. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Just feel the whole top of your back really start to lengthen. Inhale. Now go ahead and you can stop your head movement. Feet are going to come together and knees are going to come together. From here, you're going to lift up your arms and you're just going to give a small twist through the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if you have spinal conditions and your doctor has told you not to twist, then I don't want you to twist either. So please be mindful of your personal situation. Beautiful. See if you can hold those knees and those ankles together as you twist. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Just gently moving side to side. Palms are facing the sky. Beautiful. Come center, palms face down, arms come down. Roll the shoulders, press the shoulders down. Ear over to one side. Breathe in. Exhale, head comes center. Inhale, exhale, and the ear comes down to the other side. Inhale, exhale, and head comes center. Rise the arms up, palms face the sky, gentle twisting. Breathe in, breathe out. Let that breath move. Don't get it trapped inside of you. Let it continually move. Beautiful. Be mindful of your body. Notice if you're starting to get a little bit more range of motion each time. Can you twist a little further without hurting yourself? You decide that. Beautiful. Now palms face down, arms come down. We're going to take a few inhales. Arms come up overhead. Palms together, hands to the heart. Release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Now from here, we're just going to let our arms gently rest at our sides. I'd like you to hold on to one side of one chair side, and the other arm is going to lift up and over. Now from here, you're going to take a small side bend, not a big one. Feet are still together, knees are still together. If you go too far, you're going to find your balance is off because we have such a small base of support in the center. So it's a small bend right here. Inhale, exhale, palm faces down as your hand comes down. Grab hold of the other side of the chair and then reach up and small side bend to the other side. Beautiful. Look up at that arm. Is your bicep by your ear or is your arm in front of you? See if you can get that arm back so it's right by the ear, in line with the ear. Inhale, exhale, arm comes down. Hold on to one side and switch to the other. This time you might come a little further, but again, remember your base of support is narrow right now. So it's going to be harder to balance if you go over too far. Inhale, exhale, arm comes down and switch. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring that arm down and we're going to widen our base of support. You can kind of readjust yourself a little bit and get really solidly planted in that chair. Now from here, so if you have a mat underneath you, think about your feet being on the edges of the mat. You're up nice and tall and long through the spine, lifting from the crown of your head. Inhale up. This time you might find yourself able to come over a little farther. Again, ear and bicep are in line with one another. Take a look up at your arm, see if you can see it. Beautiful. Inhale. Now as we exhale, this time that we're going to bend at the elbow and bring that arm behind us. And we're going to reach toward the back of our hand is resting on our back, and we're aiming for the opposite scapular region. So that chicken wing in back, you're aiming towards that. You might not reach it, but that's what you're aiming towards. Release that, inhale up, arm comes over. Beautiful. Exhale, bend at the elbow, the back of the hand touches your spine, reaching towards that chicken wing, your shoulder blade. One more time, release that. Inhale, you decide how far over you're going to stretch. Exhale, and bring that arm back. Beautiful. Working through, opening through the shoulder region. Go ahead and release that arm. Shake it out if you need to. And then grab hold of the chair. We're going to take it to the other side. Inhale, exhale. See how far this side wants to go over. They're not necessarily going to be even Steven, right? Inhale, exhale, arm comes down, bend the elbow, the back of the hand touches your shoulder blade if you can reach there. Beautiful. Inhale, rise. Bicep to the ear, bending through the waist, opening up through the side body. Exhale, bend the elbow, touching the back of your shoulder blade with the back of your hand. So don't rotate the hand. It's the back of your hand that's touching your back right now. Inhale one last time. Exhale. Bring it back. Beautiful. Go ahead and release that. Shake your shoulders out if you need to. We're going to take our legs even a little wider now. Readjust your seat if you need to. And we're going to put our hands on our thighs. Now from here, we're actually going to put a forearm onto one of our thighs. And now we're going to reach up and over for the biggest side stretch yet. You decide how far over you want to go. And you want to feel that stretch from your pelvic bone all the way up your side body, through your underarm, and out through your fingertips. It's a long side stretch. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to come up. And again, you're going to bend the elbow, back of the hand touches the back. Shoulder blade, are you making it there? Maybe you are this time. Beautiful. Go ahead, and now we're just going to switch to the other side. So forearm on the thigh. Inhale, big, long stretch. Feel that opening through. I can feel that pull right here and right here, and then out through my fingertips. make sure your bicep is still next to your ear. So if your arm's out here, you want to pull it back and reach that fingertip out to get the biggest side body stretch you can. Breathe, keep the breath moving. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale as you rise up, bend the elbow, back of the hand touches the shoulder blade. I know that I'm getting a little bit more mobility each time I go through this, and I hope you are too. Hold it here, breathe in, exhale, and release that. Good. Go ahead and roll the shoulders out, shake them out, do whatever feels good for you. We are going to actually rise up from our chair for a moment to do some back stretches. So put your hands on your thighs, put your weight on your heels, and rise up out of your chair. Beautiful. So from here, we're actually going to come to the side of our chair. And we're going to put our hands on the seat of our chair. Shoulders and wrists are in alignment here. Your arms are about shoulder width apart. And from here, we're going to go through a couple cat-cows. So starting with a cat, you're going to arch the back, lifting the center of your back to the sky. Chin drops down. Now this is a semi-inverted pose. If it makes you dizzy, this is where you're going to keep your head up. Otherwise, you tuck the chin. Inhale. Exhale, release that. Now the chin lifts and the tail lifts. So this is your cow. Now the one thing you want to be mindful of is your belly here, because it's real easy and very common to just kind of let the belly go when you get to this point. And I want to encourage you to hold the belly firm. Inhale, exhale, and take it to cat pose. Round through the spine. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Now from here, we're going to do neither cat nor cow, but we're going to take it to a neutral spine. So turn that belly on strong. You want your back like a tabletop, like we could serve tea off of your back right now, because it's very flat. And from here, what you're going to do is take your outside hand, the one that's closest to the edge, the front of the chair, and you're going to lift it up, and you're going to get a little twist here. You're going to not be able to turn all the way without turning your hips, so it's just a small twist. And then that hand comes down. Now the hand that's to the back of the chair rises up, and you have another twist. Beautiful. Hands come down. Inhale, exhale, flat back still. You're going to take your outside arm and just reach it out in front of you. This is strengthening through your core. This is our quadruped. This is part of a bird dog position. Arm comes down and switch to the other side. Beautiful. Arm comes down. Let's take a couple cat-cows. So start with your cat, round the spine, tuck the tail under. Chin is tucked in unless it makes you dizzy. Breathing in. Exhale, release. Push the bottom back away from you, so it's going towards the back wall. And then you're lifting up the chin. Inhale. Exhale, release. Now take it to the neutral spine, flat back, and we're going to open up to a small twist. Again, it's not big. Don't try to push this, because without turning the hips, you're not going to be able to get up real far. Exhale, and take it to the other side. Excellent. Come back down. We're going to reach one arm out. Flat back. Inhale. Exhale and release. Other hand. Beautiful. Your gaze is on the floor. Now from here, both hands are back down on the chair. Your spine is flat. And what I want you to do is just lift up just a little bit. Keeping your spine flat, we're going to lift up one leg. Now, if you're really been doing yoga a long time, you might be able to take that leg all the way up. But we're just looking for a small lift right here. Just a small lift. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's here. I know my foot disappears off the screen, but I think you can tell from my hip how far I'm lifting. You figure out the lift that works for you, that makes the leg that you're standing on work, but doesn't throw you off balance. Hold it here. Remember, belly is firm. Gaze is on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, put that leg down and take it to the other leg. Lift it up. Hips are square to the chair, so if you find your hips turning to lift up that leg, you might be lifting too high. Beautiful. Put that leg down. Now we're going to walk our hands to the edge of the chair. Put the hands onto the thighs and bring yourself all the way back up. Beautiful. Walk around to the front of your chair and have a seat. Oh, that felt good on the back and got the core nice and heated up, didn't it? Woo, it's hot here. Not so much hot, humid. All right, so moving on, we're gonna go to some lower body openers, some hip openers, some stretches. So to start off with, we're gonna take that wide stance that we had in the beginning when we were doing our side stretch. So from here, what I'd like you to do is take your blocks and put one block in front of you or two blocks. The more blocks, you can play around with these. I got a sticker on mine. You can stack the blocks so that they're taller. Play around with it, find the best thing that works for you. I'm gonna put mine here like this. All right, and then come back up once you find your block place. You're gonna inhale, and the legs are as wide as the mat right now. And as you exhale, what I'd like you to do is just hinge from the waist. Hands are on the thighs, hinge from the waist, spine is long, so we're not rounding through the spine right now. We're opening up those inner thighs. Inhale, exhale, and use your upper body to push yourself back up. Beautiful. Inhale, come on down, long spine. Exhale, bring it back up. Beautiful. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Now next to this time, we're going to stay down a little bit longer. Inhale. Now here's where the blocks come in. If you'd like to bring yourself down a little bit more for a bigger opener, you're going to feel this more in your low back and in your inner thighs. You can put your hands on the blocks. Let's keep our head up right now. You might want your blocks here, right? Now that you're forward, you might say, "Oh, I get it." Feel free to change them around however you need them. You might want them flat. You might want to challenge yourself even more. And if you're very flexible with this particular pose, you might decide that you don't want your blocks whatsoever. But it's important that you challenge yourself without taking it to a point beyond what you are capable of. You want to be stable, and you want to have a nice opening through the inner thighs, but not anything painful right here. Beautiful. Inhale. Now we're all going to climb back up to our thighs and use our upper body to push ourselves upright. Now from here, we're going to inhale up. Exhale, hands come onto the thighs. You're hinging at the hips to come forward, and you're walking down to your blocks. Inhale, exhale, climb back up. Upper body pushes you up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now, if you'd like to skip this part and just go right to the blocks, if you're comfortable and stable, feel free to do that. Inhale up. If you're not stable, then I want you to take it to the thighs first and then the blocks. Exhale down. Inhale up. And last time, exhale down. Beautiful. Now we're all going to put our hands on our thighs this time. Use our upper body to push yourself upright. And go ahead and move the blocks out of the way. Actually put them to the sides of your mat. Bring those feet together. Now the exercise we just did opened up the inner thighs, but it also, you can feel it in your lower back, right? It's all connected. So now we're going to move into some more lower back openers with an inhale up. Now this time as we come down, you're going to exhale and you're pinching from the hips, but then at the last minute, you're going to go ahead and round the spine. Here's where the blocks come in here. You can be right here. And remember what I said about inverted poses. If your heart rate is low, if you're on medication that changes your heart rate, or if you have vertigo, this is where you want to keep your head up. Otherwise, you can tuck your head and make yourself into a little ball. Inhale. Exhale, climb back up onto the thighs and press yourself all the way up. Inhale up. Exhale down, reach for the blocks or your thighs. And if you can, tuck your chin safely, tuck your chin. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and fold. Inhale and rise up. Last time. Exhale and fold. Beautiful. Climb back up onto your thighs. Push yourself upright, and you can move those blocks out of the way for now. Excellent. So from here, we're going to move down the lower body a little bit more. And we're just going to take our feet about hip distance apart. And all we're going to do is rise up onto our toes. And then lower back down. Inhale, rise up. Now see if you can come all the way up onto your tippy toes and bring the feet down. Now if you come up all the way onto your tippy toes and you feel a Charlie horse or a cramp in your in the sole of your foot, just don't come up so high. Some people tend to cramp in their plantar fascia region. We're not looking for pain here, we're looking for mobility, right? So you're long through the spine, lifting, really feeling the stretch, the opening up of this front part of your leg. That doesn't get stretched and opened a lot during our day, does it? Breath is moving. Remember, yoga is the union of breath and movement. Breathe out. Beautiful. Now from here, put your feet flat and just lift your toes up off of the mat. Lift your toes up. Spread them apart a little bit. And then put them back down onto the mat. Inhale, lift just your toes. See if you can keep the knuckle, the bottom knuckle of your toes on the mat. Exhale and release. Inhale and lift, pull those toes apart. Exhale and release. Beautiful. From here, we're going to work the back side. So we're going to extend a leg out in front of us. And now the toes are going up to the sky. And I want you to think about pulling the toes towards your shin a little bit. Inhale, release. So now the toes come forward just a little bit. Exhale, pull the toes up. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, toes face the sky. Beautiful. That leg comes flat, the other one comes out in front of you. Pull the toes up. Inhale, exhale, release. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Spine is long. You're still lifting from the crown of your head. Very mindful of the center part of your body. Toes up. And release. Beautiful. Foot comes flat. Now what we're going to do is reach for that strap that we were talking about at the beginning of class. So now we're going to take the strap underneath one of our feet, right around the area of the bunion. That's where mine is. So right around underneath the knuckles, the big knuckle of your big toe. So you don't want it in the center of your foot. You don't want it at the arch, although that does feel good. Put it right underneath the knuckles. Inhale, exhale, and pull the foot towards the body more. So now you're getting just a little extra stretch. Now you're in charge of this stretch, right? You're the one deciding how much of a stretch you're going to get. So don't do it to a point of pain. That's not what we're looking for here. Release. Inhale. Exhale and pull. Now here comes the fun part. While you're pulling, I want you to lift the leg up and hold. Inhale. Exhale and release. Beautiful. Release the ankle. Inhale, exhale, pull the toes up and lift up. Notice that you feel like you're trying to stick your heel out right now, right? Beautiful. Now from here, grab two hands with the ends together of your belt, and we're just going to take that leg out to the side. And if you want to add a little extra, you can let go of one arm and just hold it here. Challenges your balance just a little bit. Beautiful. Put that hand back on and lead that foot back up and release it. Let's do that again. Breathe in, pull the toes up, lead with the heel. Bring the leg to the side. Release an arm if you'd like to. Hold it here. Now, if you felt cramping in the bottom of your foot on the toe points, bring that back and release it. Then this is actually going to feel really good because it's going to stretch out the bottom of your foot. All right, so switching to the other side, sitting up nice and tall, grabbing the ends of your strap, and just pull the toes towards your body, towards your shin. Now on me, this leg is tighter. I didn't necessarily feel a big stretch on this one when I was doing it, but on this one I definitely do. My legs are different. Inhale, exhale, and release it. Beautiful. Inhale, pull. You're sitting up beautifully tall. Your chest is proud. Lifting from your crown. Exhale and release. Beautiful. Inhale, pull those toes towards your shin. Now, we're going to put the hands together and we're going to lift up that leg. Hold it here and lower it down. And release. Inhale, pull the toes forward, grab hold. Lift that leg up. Now let's lead it out to the side. You can release if you'd like to. You might find that a little bend in your knee is actually going to help with this particular movement as well, if it's too tight through your hamstrings. Bring it back to the center, down, and release. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, pull the strap towards your body. Lead with your heel as you lift. Still tall through the core. We don't want to collapse here. Up nice and tall. And open up. Remember, you do you. You want to challenge yourself to get to some of the bigger poses, but you need to start where your starting point is. And release that. Beautiful. Legs come down. Shake them out a little bit. Now from here, we're going to go back to the upper body for a moment. Since we have the strap in our hands, I just want you to hold. Now I have little loops on mine because it's a belt, so I'm just kind of putting my fingers through the loop. But if you don't have loops, just grab hold of your strap. And all you're going to do, this strap is going to be behind you. You're going to bend your elbow, and then you're going to reach behind you and grab hold of the strap. Now from here, you're going to use this arm, the one that's holding, to pull down to a place that feels good, opening up your triceps. You're going to notice as your triceps and your biceps lengthen, In addition to shoulder openers, you're going to find that this actually helps your shoulders with mobility as well. Now their purpose is to move the elbow joint, but the more you open through your muscles that are all connected, the more mobility you're going to find. Inhale, exhale, release that. Switch it to the other hand, bend at the elbow, grab behind you, find that strap, and then pull down. Breathe in, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Go ahead and release that. Beautiful. We're going to put our strap down. Shake out whatever needs shaken out, whether it's your hips, your shoulders, your center. Do whatever feels good to you. Get grounded again on your chair. Beautiful. So rooting through the chair with our bottom, we're going to take one leg and extend it out in front of us, slight bend in the knee, and all you're going to do is bring that pinky toe outwards, so now your pinky toe is touching the mat. You're rotating the hip open. Excellent. Now this other leg is going to come out in front of you, and with this rotation, you're just going to put this leg onto the shin of the one that's extended now. So you're still open. Inside of the knee is facing the sky. Sit up nice and tall. Beautiful. Now see if you can bring it up a little bit more. Beautiful. See if you can bring it up even more. What we're going to do here is a seated tree pose. So if you can bring it up to your thigh, we don't want it on the knee. So you're either going to be below the knee or above the knee. Knee of the bent leg is facing the sky. You're just going to sit up nice and tall and hold it here. Now the other arm is going to come up, holding your seated tree pose. Inhale, exhale, and release. Beautiful. Go ahead and extend that leg. Now the other leg, slight bend in the knee, pinky toe comes out to the mat, so your hip is rotated open. From here, foot goes on the shin or all the way up to the thigh, not on the knee. Remember, your inner thigh is facing the sky here. Holding onto that leg, spine is long. Inhale and hold it here. Beautiful. Exhale, release it, and that leg comes down. Beautiful. Shake out your legs if you need to. We're going to go to our seated half pigeon next. So with this one, you're actually going to have your the outer part of your ankle on your thigh. Now, to some people, this actually hurts your knee, and your knee may be up here. One thing you can do to help that, actually I don't want to use a block, is to take a pillow or something and put it underneath your ankle so that it actually lifts your ankle up a little bit. So basically, if your ankle is in line with your knee, it's going to make your knee feel better. So that's just a little trick of the trade. However, you might be up here and you might need to stay here until you get more mobility through that hip, which is totally fine. So from here, we are in the front part of the pigeon. Now in a true pigeon on the ground, this back leg is behind us, but we're going to keep it right here. And all we're going to do is lift up onto our toe. See if you can keep the knee in the same place. So, and then bring the heel down. So when you lift up, try not to bring the knee up. Try to keep the leg open as you lift up. Get a little more opening in that hip. Exhale and come down. Now this time as we inhale and lift the heel up on our toes, we're going to bring our arms up. Exhale down. Beautiful. Inhale up. Now go ahead, keep your hands up here, bring your heel down, and now we're just gonna lean forward slightly. Not a lot. You do you. You don't want to throw yourself off balance. You want to stay stable. Bring yourself back upright. Arms come down. Beautiful. Release that leg. Shake it out if you need to. And switch to the other side. Beautiful. So from here, we're lifting the heel up. We're up on our toes. Exhale, heel comes down. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Now this time we're going to breathe in. We're going to bring the heel up and the arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the heel down and hinge at the waist. Keep the breath moving. And bring yourself back upright again. Arms come down. Release that leg. Beautiful. We're going to go through that one more time on each leg to see if we can get a little bit more mobility. So switching sides again. We're going to go ahead and lift the heel up and bring the arms up. Lower the heel down. Bring yourself forward. Inhale, lift up, and arms come down. Let's go through that again. Inhale, lift the heel off of the ground. Exhale, heel comes back down, so you're on a flat foot, and you hinge at the hips forward. Bring yourself up and down. Last time, inhale, lift up the heel. Exhale, heel comes down, hinge at the hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and down. Beautiful. Switch to the other side. Flowing through our pigeon, our seated pigeon portion. That's a good name, right? All right, so inhale, lift the heel, arms come up. Exhale, heel comes down and lean forward. So we don't want to lean forward with the heel up because that'll throw off our stability. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, heel comes down as you hinge at the hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come down. Last time, inhale up, heel up. Exhale, heel down and hinge. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, arms come down. Beautiful work. Shake it out, whether it's your knees or your ankles or whatever. Work through it. Give them a little bit of love. Beautiful. We are actually going to now finish up our practice with a little more attention to the neck and shoulder region. Then we're going to have a short Shavasana. And then go about our day with a smile on our face. So again, you are rooted. Your bum is rooted in your chair. There is going to be no bum lifting. Sitting tall. Lengthening through the spine. Lifting from the crown of your head. Beautiful. Nice and tall and beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. And ear comes to the shoulder. Remember to keep that shoulder relaxed. We don't need his help right now. Feel a big opening. Now go ahead and let that arm drop. See if you can grab hold underneath your chair and do a little bit more of a pull. Don't pull to the point of pain. If you've had neck injuries, you need to be very careful, but you already know that because you're doing what's best for you. Inhale, exhale, and release it. Switch to the other side. Breathe in, exhale. Beautiful. Now we're bringing that arm down. Want to give a little tug on the chair? You can do that. Excellent. Head comes back up. Breathe in. Now we're bringing the chin down to the chest. And again, be mindful of your particular state of being with any sort of dizziness. Breathe in, chin to chest. See if you can lengthen your spine a little bit more without lifting buns. Lift up through your spine and tuck through your chin. Getting a big stretch from the right where your muscles in your trapezius muscles attach in your neck and all the way down to the sides of your shoulders. Inhale, go ahead and lift your gaze back up. Now here, we're actually going to lift our chin up, and I want you to be very mindful of your neck because some people who have had whiplash or other neck injuries might not be able to do this. And if you're one of those people, I don't even want you to try. But if you're not and you have, decent mobility in your neck, go ahead and lift your chin and see how high you can lift your chin, what kind of a stretch you can get through the front of your neck. Your sternocleidomastoids. Open up. Now with the chin lifted, I just want you to tilt the head over a little bit to the side. You're going to feel a big opening through the front side region of your neck. So chin up and head ear to shoulder. Breathe in. Go ahead and bring your chin down a little bit before you bring your head back to center. Beautiful. Now again, lift the chin and ear to shoulder. Feeling that big opening through the front. Beautiful. Chin comes back down to neutral and lift the head. Beautiful. Now from here, we're actually going to be turning our head. And what I'd like you to focus on is not turning through the hips. So everything from the neck down is going to stay stationary, and all you're going to do is see how far you can look over that shoulder towards the back. Inhale, exhale, and head comes back to the center. Inhale, exhale, and turn and look over the other shoulder. Inhale, exhale, and release. Beautiful work, guys. Now this last part of our practice is going to be all about the inside part of you. We worked really a lot through all of our outside parts, but now you get to focus in on your mind and spirit. So close your eyes, get comfortable. Decide what you need to be comfortable. Maybe you want a pillow. Maybe you want to lean back on your backrest right now. Maybe you want to cross your legs. Maybe you want to sit in a lotus pose, depending upon your mobility. You decide what works best for you as far as just pure comfort and no strain. Sit up. Don't sit up nice and tall. Release. Breathe in. Exhale and just go ahead and sigh. Go ahead and let that sigh come out. Breathe in and sigh. One more time. Doesn't it feel good to sigh? It helps you release a little bit more. Feel free to use that throughout your day. Okay, so from here, with eyes closed, we're just going to focus in, like we did in the beginning of the class, on each different part of our body. Because what we want to do is check in with our body and see how our practiced enhanced mobility, reduced pain, or if there's any area that actually feels more painful that you need to be mindful of next time. So breathe in, exhale, and again, from ear over the top of the head to the other ear, focus in on your crown of your head. How does the skull feel right now? Is there any pain? Breathe in, exhale, and bring that focus down to your neck, the back of your neck, the front of your neck. There's tightness. Think about inhaling and exhaling out any tightness. Breathing in life into that area and exhaling out toxins. Move down into the tops of your shoulders. Let your mind's eye just travel around your shoulders, investigating, looking for spots that may have been tight before, that you can feel the blood moving deliciously through those shoulders. Or maybe there's an area that still feels tight. You need to breathe in some more life into that area. And just go ahead and move down your spine with your mind's eye, just one vertebrae at a time. One vertebrae at a time. Check in on each little piece of your spine. If you feel an area that's tight, breathe in and then just sigh. As your mind's eye focuses on that region. From there, let your mind investigate all of the area around your hips and your pelvic region. Focus in on your sacrum. Breathe. And then finish off your journey as you go down your legs. Check in with your knees and your ankles and your toes. Everything is beautifully relaxed right now. Breathe in, and again, just sigh. And as your body rests, go ahead and check in with your mind. Do you feel at peace in your mind? Or do you feel chatter? Is there a voice that's moving around in your mind that you need to get rid of? See if you can quiet those voices. Pull one word in with each inhale. Pull the word peace in. With each exhale, just release any of that chatter from your mind. Inhale and pull in peace. Exhale and sigh. Inhale, pull in peace. Exhale and sigh. Rest in this peaceful moment. And then go ahead and bring yourself back to the present. You might want to unfold your legs if they're crossed. You might want to sit up if you're laying back on your backrest. Think about rolling out your shoulders or your hips or whatever feels good when you're waking up. When you're ready, open your eyes. And together we're going to all take a big inhale up. Palms together. Bring those palms in front of your heart. God bless you guys. I hope that the rest of the day, the peace remains with you. And you'll come back and we'll be able to do this again together. Have a wonderful day.